Hello, well welcome, thanks for joining. So, as you can probably tell by my face, I am very excited today because we are in the lovely seaside village of Robin Hood's Bay, and we have got some extraordinary light. We've got some mist in the air that's just rolling over the cliffs, adding such atmosphere to the place. It's very quiet, so we've got plenty of opportunities to get some really great shots, and it's just absolutely stunning. I'll just send you around and I'll just show you what I can see. So just absolutely no one around. I'm really interested in these cliffs here. They've just got such drama about them with the mist going over them. So every time I come to Robin Hood's Bay, it's usually been when I've been wild camping. So we usually go along the Cleveland Way or the Cinder Track, and when we do arrive to Robin Hood's Bay, I often get stuck here for about 3 or 4 days because I absolutely love it. I end up having a few pints, finding a campsite and then just staying. So as you can imagine, I'm quite excited about being here.
Saw you paint a picture of a face, a face that wasn't even close to mine. I know I shouldn't be in love, but it's so hard to move on. You haven't changed, you stayed the same. But if you did, I'd still love you anyway. I'd give you the world like I promised I would, even though you wouldn't do the same. I'd give you the world like I promised I would, even though you wouldn't do the same. Had this conversation more than 10 times. After 9, I still wish you were mine. Haven't ate in 7 days, 'cause I've been up till 6 a.m. Wrote 5 songs all just for you. 3 of them I can't bear listening to. I'd give you the world like I promised I would, even though you wouldn't do the same. I'd give you the world like I promised I would, even though you wouldn't.
So super excited. We've got some really nice shots on here, and funnily enough, the best composition I've found is while having a pint. So I'll just send you over so you can see. It's just over here, so we're a bit spoiled at the moment. In fact, and the fact that it's with a pint and a ciggy, we're in for a treat, I think. So the plan really is just to find a nice seascape and sit it out, and tempting, it really is tempting to just sort of sit this one out in the pub. I don't know what sort of video that'll make. I'll maybe ask the bar lady if I can send my drone up from the beer garden. She'll maybe say yeah. So what we've got here, we've got the cliff tops. We've got this really nice mist heading over. That's just sort of engulfed the whole area, and then on top of that we've got the sun that's blazing straight through the mist, and it just adds such depth and atmosphere to this area. So I'll grab a couple of shots and I'll pop you on, but most importantly have a bit of my beer first. So what I'm looking for here is I'm looking for maybe a couple on the beach that just are clearly enjoying the walk, and it just adds a little bit of interest into the image with this amazing backdrop. It just seems a little bit empty if I didn't do that, so I'm going to spend a little time with my beer, and I'm just going to pick off some good compositions of people enjoying this absolutely glorious day at Robin Hood's Bay.
Call it off and don't look back. Take me off this lonely track. All my worries of yesterday, I can't seem to get away.
So we've got some really interesting foreground. We've got some really nice lines of this coastal area, and I'm trying to line it up so it goes diagonally into the image. So we've got some leading lines that pull you to the back of the image, and then what we're looking for is just one of these people or groups of people just in the right place, just to add to the image really. And so easy pickings really, just sort of sit and enjoy, and let the light and the image do the rest.
We were so wild and free. We were just kids in love. I gave you the best of me.
So we're going to make this video probably over the period of 2 or 3 days, I think now. I think it's just proven itself to be a little bit more difficult than originally thought. So I'm treating today as the scout. So often with photography you do a lot of scouting, just seeing where the sun sets, where it rises, that kind of thing. So it's just more about just finding them spots, and then like I said, we'll do 2 or 3 days here, and then eventually we'll get the shots that we want. We'll also throw the drone up, so I think that's probably going to be the next thing, because I quite like to get that out of the way so I can concentrate on the photography when I get back here tomorrow. We've got a really nice haze that's happening, and as sunsets as sunset's happening, it's casting this redness on these cliffs. So if I get a shot here, I'll throw it up on the I'll throw it up on there for you, but I'm gonna have a little wander around, try and find the perfect composition to start with, and then yeah, we'll get the drone up. I think we might have a composition coming up just down here. So we've got like this rock stack that I'm just finding quite interesting, and just these rocks, they look really lovely. So we've got sort of a line of the rocks heading off down there, but as you can see, sunset's about to kick off, so we'll get our camera on the tripod and I'll try and find a composition for this one. So we're using a different tripod today. It's my old tripod. I got it from the market and it cost me about £5. My £60 tripod from I think it was KF Concept. It basically seized up, and when I tried to unseize it, one of the legs come off. So I was quite upset about that. £70 it cost me. So I'll let you know how I get on with the customer services on that one, because it was it's an expensive tripod and it should last more than a month. So what I started to do is I had the tripod really high, but the problem is a lot of the mid-ground area is just not very nice. So when you lower your tripod, you'll remove a lot of the mid-ground that you don't want, and I'd like these rocks that are at the front to be focused in, and then hopefully we'll be able to get a nice shot of the cliffs. But I don't know, I don't think we're winning here. So we need to pop it in manual mode, because you stick it in automatic, it's just going to drop the aperture down because it wants to give you as much light as possible. So I need to control the F numbers, because I want as much as possible in focus. So that's going to be my starting point. It's going to be F8, because I want to let light in, but I don't want to lose too much of the detail in the whole area. And then what we're going to do is we're going to work on the shutter speed next. Because we're on a tripod, we can go as low as we want. We're going to go a tenth of a second. ISO 64, because you will always get the best quality images from the lower ISO numbers. And now I think I've got what I want. I just need to now line it up a bit. The settings are there. I just need to get this area kind of in focus. So the next step that I want to do is I want to work about how much foreground I want in the image, how much sky, and how much of whereabouts we want to compose the cliffs. Now you can have too much foreground in your image and you can have too little, so it's just about trying to find the range if possible. So we've got the polarizing filter, and we're going to pop that on, because just the as you can see, I look after me filters. So we've got quite a high dynamic range here, and the polarizing filter will just help with that. And we've got some glare off the water, and again the polarizing filter is going to just help with that. It just reduces any glare in the image. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, that's better. Be rude not to have a beer, I don't think. So we've got an Indian Pale Ale by Goose Island. I I've been looking forward to this all day, so absolutely beautiful. I'll tell you what it says, but it doesn't say anything. But cheers. Oh, beautiful. It's just fantastic, it really is. I'm literally the only one on the beach. Can you believe that? Robin Hood's Bay, and I'm the only one on the beach. Apart from me and the seagulls. So just as I was getting ready to sort of think about the next day, so the tide started coming in. We've got some really nice rocks here. They're just getting engulfed at the moment by the incoming sea. And I've picked off a couple of compositions. So lo and behold, usually what happens is I say I'm going home and then something jumps out at me. That's exactly what's happened here. But just a minute ago I was stood here and now it's filled up. So what can you say? But yeah, like I said, the beach is just my own, and I have to come back again tomorrow because we're not quite finished yet. We've got such a fantastic location, and it's the thing is with photography, you think you can just go out and get a snap, you know, you just get out there. It does happen, but a lot of it you've got to go out and plan, and you've got to go out and take the time to find your shots and then think about coming back. So that's what I'm going to do on this occasion. It's just absolutely stunning, and I'm just overwhelmed by how much there is, you know. And I just think it needs some careful consideration, and that's what makes, I think, a good image. Is you find it and then, you know, you come back to it. And yeah, it's just planning, scouting. Just keep coming back, and then eventually you'll get the right shot on the right light. But I've already picked off a couple of compositions today that really excite me, and coming back here just makes it a lot easier, because you know, you can have your cheeky pint in the pub and then you can come back and look, you know, you get straight to your composition and hopefully it's right, and if not, no worries. But I'm gonna have to go. I'll be back in a moment because this is all filling up, and there is definitely a shot here, so I'll see you shortly. So we're doing exactly the same. We thought we were going home, but we're not. If you just look, got a gorgeous composition here of the beautiful Bay Hotel with the reflections in the water. So I've kept my camera a little bit low. If it'll focus, will it focus? So we've got quite a nice photo here. I think we're going to bring it up a bit. I've got to not forget myself, because I keep getting surrounded by water. That's the second time that's happened. But yeah. What a time to be alive, eh? Look at it. Bloody beautiful it is. And there's a pub just there. So we're going in there in a minute.